Hall and other kind of public officials in New York to really make the case to bring more companies on board.
Is it strictly government officials who have the responsibility of making the case? And if they are, well, you're going to tell me if there's anyone else. But once they're making the case, then what do they do? I mean, it's got to be more than simply asking a company to establish an apprenticeship.
Yeah, no, it's not just the government. We've seen a couple of examples of like kind of intermediary organizations that kind of act as an intermediary between the business community and CUNY or hiring training organizations. So in New York, Jamie Dimon and some 29 other major corporations in New York City, obviously with JP Morgan Chase, but 30 or so major corporations kind of got involved in something called the New York Jobs CEO Council. So it's 30 of the leading companies in New York. And they are working to create, in each of their companies, they made a big commitment to hire apprenticeships in New York City. They see the value of these apprenticeships in tech, in finance, and they're in the process of working with the New York Jobs CEO Council to kind of provide candidates to them, to kind of work with CUNY to get folks that they can kind of bring into apprenticeship programs. So that's a real sign of progress that's working in New York City. There are similar intermediaries nationally, like the organization 110 that's doing something similar. So we do have that kind of thing. The problem is that it is a big commitment, and also it can be pretty cumbersome for companies to engage in apprenticeships. So for instance, you can get credits, tax credits and others, if you do an apprenticeship program through New York State, but there's a lot of hoops to go through for these companies to do a formal, quote unquote, registered apprenticeship. Those registered apprenticeships were based on a model of years and years of apprenticeships into the building trades, into manufacturing. And tech is this kind of much more nimble industry.
Right.
Things are changing so much. So you have to go like 2 or 3 years through a process to get the state to register your specific apprenticeship program, which is based on a specific curriculum and a specific skill set that they're training for. By the time you get that, the skills in tech have changed. So we need to be much more nimble and flexible in kind of approving these apprenticeships. But those are some of the kind of challenges that we have to creating more of these.
Well, you mentioned there was a report that your organization did, the Center for an Urban Future. It was a terrific report. It was, on tech apprenticeships, you know, overall. And there's a section in it that refers to the challenges in establishing these